Hi, fifth graders. Today for your spelling box practice, I wanted to show you a couple hints as you're working in writing your words and syllables. So from your pretest yesterday, you wrote any words you missed on index cards like this. Okay, now today you're going to take out all those index cards from your pretest yesterday that you missed, and you're going to write your words in syllables right below the correct spelling. As you write it in syllables, I want you to say each syllable. So for this word, attraction, that I missed, I would write attraction. Now notice some of the words, letters are silent, and I don't say them, but there is a letter there. So be careful. In fact, on this word, I highlighted the shun part of the word because on my pretest, forgot to put the T in there because I didn't hear a T sound. So make sure that you're highlighting the part of the word that's giving you problems so that you can practice extra hard on spelling that part of the word. And then as you're writing the syllables, make sure you're saying them out loud. Attraction. That will help you remember the word better. Go ahead and do that for all of your spelling index cards that are for this unit, Unit 4. When you're done, I want you to put those index cards in a pile and have your learning coach help you. They're going to read the word to you, and I want you to write it on your whiteboard. If you spell it correctly, go ahead and put it aside for the day. But if you still miss it and spell it incorrectly, I want you to write it in the syllables, say it out loud, and then spell it correctly again. So for example, if congregate was one of my words, my learning coach would tell me congregate, and on my whiteboard I would go ahead and write congregate. Okay, now did I spell it correctly? Yes. So if I spelled it correctly, then I'm done and I can set that aside for the day. But if I spell, let's see, one of my words was attraction. Okay, and I spelled it like that, and I missed that T again. So if I spell it incorrectly again, right below it, I want you to write it in syllables. Attract. And then I've got to remember that shun sound has a T right there. Attraction. Okay, then I want you to say it out loud. Attraction, and spell it correctly without syllables. Like so. Okay. Go ahead and do that with all of your spelling box words for this unit. And then push pause and push play when you're ready to go, and I will explain your worksheet for today. Okay, hopefully you push pause and were able to complete your spelling box practice. Now you need to turn to page 34 in your student book, and it's match the meaning that looks like this. Okay, Unit 4, Lesson 2. Now, this is just like last week on this unit. You will find a spelling word that matches each definition. Write the word next to the definition on this line over here. So let's go ahead and look at the first one. It says to admit to something. So as you're looking through your spelling list, can you find a word that means to admit to something? Admit means that you're kind of confessing, you're telling something. So when you admit to something, like when you admit that you've done wrong, it means you're telling the truth about something, or that you've made a mistake. So look at that word list and see if you can find a word that means to admit to something. Okay. Find one. I'm looking at my list. And I see inform, maybe. Okay, inform means to give me information. What do you guys think? I see a better one. Okay, I see the word confess. And when I confess something, it means that I admit it. So on this line right here, I'm going to write the word confess. Now remember that I gave you that tool last week, the wordcentral.com, and you can go there, and that has a dictionary and a thesaurus for you to use. So if you don't know the definition to one of your words, go ahead and look it up on there, or maybe you have a dictionary at your house. So your job is to complete these 2 pages, page 34 and 35 in your student book today. Once you've done that, go ahead and go back to the Illuminate classroom, and I have more instructions for you. Happy spelling!